Good morning, West Tennessee. Wanted to give you a quick response to the latest computer models that will give us some more information on what is going to be happening in West Tennessee for the rest of this Groundhog Day, this Sunday, this Super Bowl Sunday, and into the work week this week as we go into the first full week of February. So the first product we'll look at is those new counties that have been added to the winter weather advisory across West Tennessee. You can see that now we also have Shelby, Fayette, Hardeman, Chester County all added in to this winter weather advisory across West Tennessee. Those counties that have just been added are going to be added to what are Weakley, Henry, Gibson, Carroll, Haywood, Crockett, Madison, Henderson, Decatur counties. That is going to be a winter weather advisory in effect from noon today until 6 a.m. Monday, where we could be seeing up to 1 inch of snow overspread and up to 1/10 of ice accumulate in the area. We're going to talk about accumulations in a little bit, but again, that's from noon through 6 a.m. Monday morning. We also have winter weather advisories issued for Lake, Obion, Dyer, Lauderdale, Tipton County, and those are going to be in effect until midnight tonight. So not 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. They'll be in effect until midnight from 6 a.m. this morning. So they're already in effect. And as far as those new counties that have just been added, that includes Shelby, Fayette, and Hardeman and Chester County. They've been added and are going to be in effect from noon today until 6 a.m. on Monday. And also we have Benton County. That's going to be in effect as far as I'm concerned, or at least I know. Latest look was from 6 p.m. tonight until 3 a.m. And for Perry County also is going to be from 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. I believe for tomorrow morning. So we'll look at the radar right now. The latest look shows some rain definitely on the way to Jackson, arriving here pretty close to the 10 o'clock hour. And you can see farther northwest, some of that rain is actually looking a little bit more fuzzy in nature than the rain that's farther south that has some yellows in there. Of course, this isn't showing us the precip type, but we can analyze this radar and we know that the areas that appear a little bit more fuzzy are actually falling as freezing rain, or it could even be some snow or sleet in those areas. A little bit of a larger look at the system as a whole shows that we are dealing with quite a bit of rain for a good part of this Sunday. Not going to be seeing a whole lot of dry spells like we did yesterday, and we're able to warm up to 67 degrees in Jackson. So we see more rains on the way. This system farther to our west in Oklahoma is going to be part of the parent system that arrives later tonight, associated with low pressure, which we can actually see here on the surface map. So we have a cold front that's stretching across the Mid-South, and of course behind that is much cooler air. So we are going to be expecting a chance to see light icing across all of these counties that are under that winter weather advisory. Again, I'm a little bit more skeptical that we'll be seeing anywhere near an inch in Jackson. I think it's going to be just a dusting, but it is going to be giving us a chance to see some slippery roadways for tomorrow morning. We'll talk about the rest of the area in just a second here. We're going to take a quick look at the high-res rapid refresh model. This is one of the latest model runs that we could take a look at. It's actually run at about 6 a.m. this morning. And so as we go forward in time, you're going to notice that there's a change in precip type. Legend is farther down here, but I just want to take a quick look and explain this as we go forward in time. The rain is indicated by the green hash marks. Red is going to be freezing rain, and blue is snow. So over time, it kind of just becomes a mix. This is 0Z, which is equivalent to actually 6 p.m. tonight. So you can already see that some parts of Madison County, Henderson, also Chester, maybe even as far south as Bolivar, you're starting to see some of that rain change to freezing rain and snow. But the primary concern, again, is going to be for how this weather impacts for Monday morning and Sunday night. I think the roads are going to be very wet tonight, of course, but I don't think we'll expect to see any slippery spots until after midnight on this Sunday evening. So if you're going to be out going to see the Super Bowl with friends, again, just be careful out there. There could be some slippery spots before then on secondary roadways, elevated roadways like bridges and overpasses. But here's a look at the 1 hour accumulated snowfall. So again, we're going to go to 0Z. This is 6 p.m. tonight. And you can see this is the amount of snow that's falling per hour. So only in about the tenths of an inch, not very heavy. It's much heavier farther to our north and west in Arkansas, where they're predicting actually that 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates could be observed. And that would include Lake County and western Obion County for a brief period of time. So those are the areas to watch carefully. If you live in those areas, you're more likely to see 1 to 3 inches of snow. Accumulated snowfall over time for the entire area, of course, is going to be a little bit greater by the AM hours tomorrow. And this model run currently ends at 9 p.m. So this is showing a very light coating of snow for northwest Tennessee, including some parts north and west of I-40. A little bit heavier again as you go to Lake and Obion County, and I think those are the main areas that are going to see the heaviest snow accumulation. Anywhere outside of that region, I'm leaning more towards less than an inch of snow accumulating. Just a quick look then finally at some of those predictions for what the likelihood is, how confident we are in this forecast. This is for the snowfall to be accumulating up to an inch. And again, this is 0 to 5% in this brown shaded area over Jackson. Very low confidence that we'll be seeing up to an inch of snow here. I think it's just going to be a dusting, even if that, most likely, if anything, it'll just be on the grassy surfaces. But farther north and west, when you get towards parts of Union City and also Reelfoot Lake, you're looking at a 60 to 70% chance of that accumulating up to 1 inch. And then when you look up to 2 inches, still, there's a likelihood to see extreme northwest Tennessee see up to 2 inches of snowfall in the area. Of course, the icing situation is a little bit different. It's a little bit more likely for us to see up to 1/10 of an inch of ice accumulate. This is northern Madison County around Medina and some parts of Humboldt as well, just in southern Gibson County. 70 to 80% chance for accumulation of 1/10 of an inch of ice. So there definitely is some concern for some slippery conditions on the roads for Monday morning. I would expect to see school closures. Of course, that we're going to have all of those details as we go farther into this period. We're going to be waiting to hear back from some of those schools that do call us, and we'll keep you posted on that. But the main takeaway from this is that it's going to be between about 4 o'clock and a sunset that we start to see a change from rain to freezing rain. And after sunset tonight, when that changes to snow for a good part of the area, although as we already saw on the radar, some areas are already seeing some ice fall in extreme northwest Tennessee. It's going to cause a very slippery commute for Monday morning. We'll be above freezing Monday afternoon, so things should all melt by the time we get towards the warmest hour of the day. And then we've got more rounds of wintry weather on the way for a very busy full week, first full week of February. So we'll keep you posted, and meteorologist Eric Taylor will have more later today on WBBJ at 5:30. We'll see you then.